Welcome back to the FM Playoffs YouTube channel. It's myself again, Moza, and now I am joined by FMStinger. How you doing, my friend?
Very good, mate. How are you?
I'm very well, very well. Thanks for asking.
Good.
I returned to the playoffs after your first goal went pretty well. Obviously, you never quite got there in the end, but for a debut performance, you must have been pretty happy with it.
Yeah, mate. I was very happy with it, considering that prior drafts before the playoffs went awful for me. Usually in one-on-ones, I don't think I won one. So I got to the semis, and if it wasn't for KegManPlays' butt, I probably might have got to the final. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's one that will be remembered, I think.
Mate.
But what did you learn from the last one that you were in that you're going to take into this time?
Yeah, well, I was thinking about it afterwards, and there's things I can tweak. I was getting a bit stubborn with my formation because it worked so well in the group stage. I thought I'm just going to blast people through in the knockouts. So I basically went against everything I do in one-on-one against the computer play. Well, I'll adapt it against my opponent. I didn't in the playoffs. So I have my time again, which I've got now. We're going to tweak. We're going to have backup formations ready for certain tactical styles, I think. So it was handy to get that little bit of schooling in, on-the-job schooling. Yeah. So this time we should fix it a bit, I think.
And talking of schooling, BustTheNet has already said to us there that he's looking forward to playing you. And he's also just told me that he managed to crash his copy of FM because there was too many tactics on it, which I didn't know was a thing. So I suspect that might be an interesting battle if you get drawn together.
Listen, BustTheNet, and I've made I haven't hid this at all. He's the reason I started streaming and YouTubing. Yeah. So when he got announced, I was buzzing. Not to blow smoke, but yeah, it's going to be mint. He's the don of this, the don of Football Manager in my eyes. He's the only one of the big boys, if you like, that I religiously watch. I'm actually going to watch him in about 10 minutes' time, so I'll get in his chat and see what he's been saying about us. But yeah, mate, I look forward to that. If I don't get him in the groups, hopefully we can both get in the knockouts.
Oh, he's a gentleman, you know that. So it was all good things.
Oh yeah.
But with the addition of 2 new people in this time as well, how do you think that's going to change things, especially with the smaller draft pool and the smaller budget available?
Yeah, mate. For me, you've got 3 big factors that have changed now. You've got the smaller pool, you've got the smaller budget, and obviously you've got 12 people. It just makes it that bit tougher. People think that 500 million's a lot, but when I've done my research recently for shortlisting, God, my money's drying up fast. So, and with 12 people, we're going to have my shortlist is bloody massive, put it that way. and there's no chance I'm going to get my ideal formation. If I can get my ideal team, if I can get 4 or 5 of them, I'll be delighted, but it's going to make it pretty tricky.
So do you think you're going to pick for players or pick for formation?
That's a good question. Specific positions, I've got to nail. I've got to get the right players for this, because the way my formations I've set up, there's a couple of positions that are vital. If I don't get them, I might have to completely change tactics. So my initial first couple of picks will probably surprise a few people. They're not going to be what people expect, because it's going to be more position-based rather than star name-based, I think.
That's something we've noticed a wee bit, especially the last time round. There was people picking more for like positions that were a wee bit like dearth of talent, I guess would be the phrase, rather than going for your Messis, Ronaldos and so on straight off the bat. But obviously there's no Messi this time round, so it'll be interesting to see if that will change the approach as well, people going for the big names or not.
Well, yeah, considering that most of them are between 60 and 90 million, when you take that chunk out of 400 mil, it's a massive chunk. And you've got to build a squad of 18 on that. That's the other thing. You've got more games now as well in the group stage. So if you've got any... I think the injury wipe comes in after the group stage, am I right?
That's right.
So if that's the crack, you're going to have some injuries in group stage, so you can't just go all out on the first 11. So that 400 million is a little curveball.
And I'll round off the same way as I rounded off previously. What's your prediction this time round? How do you see yourself faring?
For me, I think I'll match what I did last time, at least. I think. I mean, I'm happy with the formations I've got. It all depends on them first few picks. If I get the positions in the roles I want, I think I'll be okay. But it's a lottery, as you know, with 12 people doing it. So it all depends on the draft. The draft's huge this time.
Yeah, it should be really interesting. Anyone that's tuning in just now, Saturday the 5th. The draft's at 6 p.m. BST, if I remember rightly, the start time. And then the game's the 12 p.m. on the Sunday afterwards. So good luck to you.
Thank you, mate.
Fingers crossed it goes as well as it did the first time, but we'll see what happens. As you say, I think the draft's going to be massive this time.
Huge.
There'll be one or two people who'll probably lose a tournament based on the draft. I've
Exactly.
got a funny feeling. So no pressure.
No pressure, mate.
And obviously the links to Stinger's channels and socials as well as everyone else's will be below this video as well. So do feel free to go and check him out, as with the other 11 managers in this as well. So thanks very much for your time, mate, and good luck.
Cheers, buddy. Look forward to it.